Hello students, this video is for grade 11th, day 10, chapter 1, set. In continuation with the last video in which I have solved few problem based on a Venn diagram, the word problems, in this video also we are going to solve more complicated questions which are based on Venn diagram. So let's start with the first question. The question is, a classroom has 175 students. The following descriptions gives the number of students studying one or more of the subjects in this class. Mathematics 100, chemistry 46, physics 70, mathematics and physics and 30, maths and chemistry 28, physics and chemistry 23, maths, physics and chemistry, that is intersection of all the three set, equals to 80. So whenever you get question like that, this trick which I have shared in the last video is that draw the Venn diagram. The moment you draw the Venn diagram, the half portion you have already solved. For example, based on the above question, I need to find few things, that is how many students are enrolled in mathematics alone, physics alone and chemistry alone. The number of students who have not offered any of three subjects. Now, as you can see from the Venn diagram which I have drawn here, there are three circles, M, C, P. This represents mathematics, number of students opted for mathematics, number of students opted for chemistry and number of students opted for physics. Now, as you can see that, first of all, what you have to do whenever you get question like that, always draw as many circles as there in the option. There were three subjects there, so that's why I have drawn three circles. Now definitely there is an interrelation, all the three circles are interlinked, so it will look like that. Now once you draw the circle, label all the segment with some alphabets. Okay, so here A, B means only this much, A means this much, C means this common portion, D means this one, G means only this part, this is my F, this is my E. So here A, B, C, D, E, F, G represents the students, set of students enrolled in it represents the number of elements contained in the bounded region. For example, for this region the number of students are C, the set of elements are C. For this region the set of elements are F. So these represents the number of elements contained in the bounded region. Fine. So we always do that. We label all the region by some alphabet. That will make our work more easy. So now proceeding further from the Venn diagram, can you say that A plus B plus C plus D represents what? Students enrolled for mathematics. And how much is it given in the question? Mathematics is 100. So can I write A plus B plus C plus D equals to 100? Yes, I can write. Similarly, can I write B plus E plus C plus F represents the number of students enrolled for physics. So B plus C plus E plus F, number of for physics it is 70. So can I write B plus C plus E plus F equals to 70? That I can write. Similarly, number of students enrolled for chemistry are D plus C plus F plus G equals to how much? 46. So that I can write. After that, again, mathematics and physics. Mathematics and physics. What is the common part? Between M and P set, the common portion is this much, which is my B plus C. So B plus C equals to how much? Mathematics and physics, 30. So the next equation is B plus C equals to 30. Then we have mathematics and chemistry. This M and C, the common portion is this, that is D plus C. D plus C equals to how much? 28. So I'll write that equation. Now physics and chemistry. This is my physics, this is my chemistry. The common portion are C and F. So C plus F equals to how much? It is given 23. And maths, physics, chemistry, which is the C. The value of C is how much? 18 given. So whatever I said from whatever I got from the Venn diagram, I have noted down in the form of equation. So here my equation are what I have got from the Venn diagram and the given information given in the question. Now I'll solve all the above equation one by one. Alright, I'll solve all the equation one by one. So once I'll solve that, if I'll put the value of C in equation number, this equation, I'll get the value of F. Similarly, putting the value of C in D, I'll get the value of D, which is this much. So one by one, again I'm putting the value of D, C and F in this equation, I'll get the value of G. So as you can see that I am putting the value of all the variable one by one in the above equation, and I am getting the value of the new variable. That is C plus D is given. I know the value of C, I got the value of D. Now similarly B plus C, I know the value of C, from here I got the value of B. Now this equation, the above equation, I know the value of C, D, F, but I don't know about G. So from here I'll get the value of G. Similarly I'll solve. As you can see that I have solved for all the equation, and at last I'll get the value of all the given variables. So one by one, when I'll solve it, I'll get the value of all the variables. So now in the question it is asking that the number of students enrolled in mathematics alone. Mathematics alone. So number of students enrolled in mathematics alone, which means only mathematics. So that is my A. So I have to find the value of A. So the value of A is how much? The value of A is 60. The answer of the first question is 60. Now physics alone and chemistry alone. If you see the Venn diagram, physics alone, which means E, chemistry alone, which means G. I have to find the value of E, G and A. So E, G, A, the values are 35, 13 and 60. So likewise I have written. The second portion was that to find the number of students not offering any of the subjects. That means total students minus, there were 175 students, right? So if I subtract this 170 from this 175, all the value of MPC, that is A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G, only these students have been offered these three subjects, right? So if I subtract this number from the total strength, that is 175, that will give you the answer about the number of students who have not offered any of the three subjects. So that means I have subtracted here. I have replaced all ABCD by their values over here. After solving it, I got 32. So there are 32 students who have not been offered any of the three subjects. I hope this is clear to you. In case of any doubt, you can write your comments, write your views in the comment box. You can write your queries in the comment box. The second question is, in a survey, it is found that 21 people like product A, 26 people like product B, and 29 like product C. If 14 people like product A and B, 15 like product B and C, and 12 like product C and A, and 8 people like all the three products. Find how many people are surveyed in all and how many like product C only. Product C only means I have to find the value of G, and how many people are surveyed in all, which means I have to find A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G. That I have to find, but for that I should know the value of all individual variables. So here, like I did in the last question, I have drawn three circles. I have named it as A, B, C. Also, I have named all the individual region by some alphabets, right? Like this A represents all the elements which are present in only A, So ABC over here denotes respectively the set of people who like product A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G are the set of elements, list of elements contained in the specific bounded regions. These lines are common in every question if you are using this ABC set, right? So this you need to mention that what this A, B, C, D, E, F, G are, what this A, B, C are, that you need to mention in every question. Now as per the question, it is given that 21 people like product A. Product A means A plus B plus C plus D, right? So I have written A plus B plus C plus D equals to 21 because they like product A. After that, in the question it is given 26 people like product B. 26 means, can you answer this? What will be my equation? 26 people like product B, which means B plus E plus C plus F equals to 26. The same I have written here, B plus C plus E plus F equals to 26, and at last it is given that 29 like product C, which means product C, G plus F plus C plus D. So C, D, F, G equals to 29. Also it is given in the question that 14 people like product A and B. A and B, which means common, the intersection, and B, right, which means intersection, that is B plus C equals to 14. Likewise, whatever information is given in the question, I have transformed it in the equation form. After that, this is my C. One by one I am putting the value of C in the given equation. I got the value of other variable, that is D, F, B. Likewise, as you can see that I have solved here. So after simplifying the above equation by putting the value of C one by one, or whatever variable I am getting, I will put the value in the unknown variable to find its value. So after simplification, I'll get here the value of A, B, C, D, E, F, G as this much. So once I have the value of A, B, C, D, E, F, G as this much, therefore as per the question I have to find total number of people surveyed, that is equals to A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G, that is equal to 43, and the number of person who likes the product C only, that is equals to G, because the number of person who likes only C, that is definitely going to be my G. So the value of G is how much? 10. So this is my answer. So this is how we can solve any complicated question of Venn diagram using this simple method only. So now based on today's class, I am giving you few questions which you need to solve. The question which I have given in the last assignment, the answer are here. You can match those answers. So here I am giving you few questions which you are supposed to solve, and answers are also there, so you can match the answers. You know that the link of the notes are there in the description part of the video. You can download it for free, and I request you to subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed it yet, because this will help you to get the latest update regarding my post. Thank you and take care of yourself.